Hello Halo fans, and welcome back to another Halo Theory video. Today's video is an extra I decided to make due to the recent drop of the new Halo Wars 2 trailer, so I hope you guys enjoy. Just as a quick warning, for any new viewers, my videos may contain spoilers or future spoilers of the Halo franchise, so from this point on, please watch at your own risk. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the question of the video. What could Atriox, as an unusual character as he is, mean for the Halo series? With the recent drop of the trailer I mentioned earlier, and if you haven't seen the trailer, I highly recommend watching the trailer and returning to this video after completion, we can see that Atriox as a character is going to be something new entirely for Halo. Throughout the Halo series, the Covenant has had many ages and periods. These ages consisted of crises usually due to engulfing of a new race into the Covenant or the rebellion of a current race in the Covenant. These events have particular names such as the Grunt Rebellion and the Taming of the Hunters, but in all, any race besides humanity that has encountered the Covenant has been forced into submission and all resistance has ceased. The same cannot be said for Atriox and is one of the defining characteristics that will give a new light to his character. For those who don't know, Atriox, as mentioned by Isabel, who is the new AI we see in Halo Wars 2, was a brute who had been sent as a suicide soldier and expected to die, much like the Arbiter's role, but without the Prophet's given blessing. Atriox, who was assumed to die on these missions, lived through not many but all assigned tasks and eventually revolted against the Covenant for giving him these missions in the first place. This is very similar to the other revolts towards the Covenant during their ages of distress, but the defining characteristic that makes Atriox and his Banished different is that he fought the Covenant and won his revolution. As mentioned by Isabel, he often won so badly that the Covenant gave up on attempting to force him into submission and instead focused on humanity. These facts should speak volumes of Atriox as a character. To not only have a strong rebellion against the Covenant, but to actually win a battle for their own decisions is completely unheard of, and to have it be a brute of all races gives even more unusual characteristics to this new enemy. In the recently released Halo Wars 2 trailer, Isabel gives a very clear impression that there is no possibility that Captain Cutter will stand a chance against Atriox. She gives the crew clear incentive to run and leave the Banished alone to have a chance to live. Understanding that Isabel is a logistics AI rather than a combat one, it seems reasonable for her to act in this sort of manner to a very powerful enemy. But to go to the extent that we see her go in the trailer, and to recommend that the Spear of Fire simply run after all their time of cryogenic sleep, seems to add even more fear to Atriox and his Banished. Moving on to the theory part of this video, it is currently being speculated among many Halo forums that Atriox could possibly form an alliance with Captain Cutter by the end of Halo Wars 2. The reason for this being the two factions learning of Cortana's actions and the severity of the situation, then coming together for the reason for both to fight another day rather than both being destroyed. This theory does have a possibility due to the events of Halo Wars 2 being relatively close to the end of Halo 5, and the possible reason for the portal to the Ark closing, as mentioned by Isabel in the trailer, could have been Cortana and her Guardians. The question I want to ask now then is, whether Atriox does decide to join forces with Captain Cutter, or does manage to live through the events of Halo Wars 2, what will his position be on Cortana and her offer with the mantle? I would assume that because Atriox has been led wrong before, he would reject this offer, but I have seen the point brought up that it could be exactly what Atriox is looking for. By this, I mean Atriox split his faction from the Covenant due to his rage. I would imagine that the forces that followed him stayed loyal due to their knowledge of his ability. This in turn would form an unspoken relationship between Atriox and his army. If he was to accept Cortana's offer, he would end his fighting and not have to send his troops that have been with him since his break off of the Covenant to die in battle anymore. Let me know what you guys think of this idea in the comments section below and how you think it could impact the Halo universe. Before the end of this video, I want to ask another Atriox theory related question. For what reason do you guys think the Banished are at the Lesser Ark? Humans are clearly there because of their portal that links them to the Lesser Ark. However, there has been no given reason yet why the Banished are there. Could they be in search of Forerunner technology? If so, what technology? My only thoughts of this could be he is looking for my favorite possibility for every Halo theory in the universe, Medicant bias. But to what end would finding this AI accomplish for Atriox? For now, I can't say, but let me know what you guys think of this and my previous question in the comments section below. Well, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and are looking forward to Halo Wars 2 as much as I am. Remember to please leave a like for the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.